Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. Man, we're almost halfway through the year already. I can't believe it. But the last few years have flown by, so why not this one? It is May 27th today, Friday. I'm getting this video out on a Friday like I've been trying to do the last few weeks. As usual, I just want to say you are all awesome, whether you agree or disagree with me, because at the end of the day, folks, we're talking about comics, which I love and have for decades. And I know a lot of you do too. We got so many bigger problems in this world that we need to fix, but yeah, let's talk about some comics for a while and forget about all that crap. That's kind of my escape from it all. So, as usual, I just, I'll go through what I'm looking at this week. I've got some stuff coming down the road. Some stuff from the Star Wars celebration that was announced. There's some pretty cool stuff coming, so get into that shortly. And more of that Star Wars stuff will be announced over this weekend. So I mean, I'll touch on some of the stuff that I know about right now, but pay attention to it because that's pretty cool what's coming with that. So I'm going to start with my DC. Got a couple from them. Batman White Knight Showcase Edition. So this one reprints issues 1 and 2 in one book. I know we've had reprints already, but this collects the two with a new cover as well. And it does have Jackie and Bryce on the cover, so I think that is their first cover appearance. And it's funny, my last video I said there was Batman White Knight number 4. They hadn't released the image for it. And then just after I did my video, a few people said, hey, look, the image came out here, and I'm looking at it, oh yeah, it's pretty good. And of course, I had Jackie and Bryce on the cover, so I'm like, oh, great, that'll be first cover appearance. Nope, it's going to be the reprint one this week, because they're on that cover. So I'm getting that one. Well, I'm getting them both anyways, doesn't matter, but it's a good story. I like it. Pay attention to that. I've said it several times. Pay attention to this Murphyverse stuff, because, boy, that's got some big potential down the road. The other one from DC, Shadow War Omega. John Boy Myers doing cover A for that one. If you're a John Boy Myers fan, I know a lot of you are, and you try to get his covers, so there is another one there. I'll try and get that one. That's it from DC for me this week. For Marvel, this is a book I've talked about a couple times. Avengers Forever number 6. You got your first Vibranium Man. Cover A is on the cover, so I would recommend that one. Cover B is I'm not interested in that one. I'm not, who knows. I down the road maybe there will be, for some reason that'll be a hot cover, but I just don't see it and I'm not buying it. So, but I am getting cover A. So Black Panther number 6 is out this week. Bunch of covers for that. And do we get more Tozen? I would think so. I mean, we've only had really a few panels in a few books so far. They're really dragging this one out. Hopefully we learn a bit more about them and stuff. So gonna get Black Panther number 6. Star Wars Darth Vader number 23 is out this week. Got a really nice Sprouse variant for that. Bad Batch, they're on the cover, which I like the Bad Batch. That was a good show. So I'm glad to see them on there. I'm going to grab that one for sure. And this one has a shocking return from Vader's distant past. So I don't know if it's somebody we already know about, or is it a new character that they're writing into the story. No idea, but that's one you might want to pay attention to. Also can't leave Marvel without talking about Miles Morales 38. We've all talked about this one for months now. We're finally going to get Billy Morales, and she'll be showing up in here. There's a whole bunch of covers. There's her with her face on a few covers. I got the Bartel cover. I ordered a few of those back. I mentioned quite a while ago she does a lot of female covers, so there was a good chance she was going to do Billy, and she's on the cover there, so I'm getting that one for sure. Then there's a couple limited variants with Billy in her Spider Catcher. I'm having a brain fart. I think it's Spider Catcher is the name of that character. But anyways, that's a good one this week. There's a couple indies this week you might want to pay attention to, or at least I'm looking at. From Image, you got The Closet number 1. This is by Tynan, however you want to pronounce it. 3 covers for that. None of the covers are like super smoking hot or anything, but I'm going to get cover A. Just because anything he's doing, he's a pretty hot writer, so and he's good at that horror genre, so I'm definitely going to get that one. Grimm #1, the second print is out from Boom this week. That is that's a book. I missed I'll be honest, I missed that one. I should have picked that one up and I didn't. Hey, you can't get them all. That's the way it goes. But the second print is out this week, so if that's what you can get for cover price, don't overpay for it, folks. But if you can get it for cover, good one to get for sure. Or at least have it on your pull list if you have it already. Last indie is Triskiel. I think that's how you pronounce it. #1 from Scout. I like cover A. It's got some really nice looking artwork in there. So that's one I would kind of look at this week. So that's it for my books. So my picks this week are Batman White Knight, that showcase edition. I love everything Sean Gordon Murphy's doing. Avengers Forever #6 with Vibranium Man. That Darth Vader 23, the Bad Batch cover. And Miles Morales 38. Like I say, that's going to be a higher print run in that one. So, but man, Billy's a big character, so definitely pay attention to it. And last one is Grimm #1 second print. If you can get that, boy, that's a good one to get, if you can, anyways. I want to talk about some stuff coming down the road. I'm going to some of this I've touched on already, but the actual dates have come out and you can order these now. So, Amazing Fantasy 1000, $7.99 cover price. That's US cover price, by the way. So that means in Canada it's going to be like $11, $12. I don't know, man. Can anybody explain to me how Amazing Fantasy got to 1,000? I've had a couple of people say that to me. Like, where has there been 1,000 issues? I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm not getting that one, but yeah, that's up to you. You do. I just want to let you know what's coming out. I'm sure a lot of you know that already. I talked about this one. I know a lot of people have. Edge of Spider-Verse. #1 drops August 3rd, and you can order it now. There are new characters. I've gone over this, and other people have as well. I just want to mention this is a bi-weekly title, so it means every 2 weeks there's going to be issue 1 drops August 3rd. Issue 2 is August 17th, and then issue 3 is August 31st. So you are going to get one every 2 weeks with that, so don't think it's a monthly title and miss out on them, but get those pre-ordered. Those will be good ones for sure. Miles Morales 41 comes out August 24th. What happens to Billy? Does she come back through to Miles' universe and everything else? We'll have to see. I don't know. But they're giving you the cliffhanger. We'll see what happens with it. Venom 11, there's a new look, new host, sleeper kind of looking character there. So that's August 3rd. Again, that's cover art that I'm showing on the screen right now. So do we get a cameo in #10? Potentially. So pay attention to that. Not always does that happen, but a lot of times it does. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series. Well, the TV series dropped today. I haven't watched it yet. I've had a couple of people text me or message me and say it's pretty good. What was I going to say here? Oh yeah, so Obi-Wan #4. Can Obi-Wan and Anakin bring a man back from the heart of darkness? So I saw that Absolute Venom had mentioned that sounds like Apocalypse Now, and it sure looks like it because they're in a boat in a river. So it kind of definitely, with all the Stormtrooper helmets on spikes and everything, sure has got a Apocalypse Now vibe to it. That'll be interesting to see who that is, if that potentially is a new character as well. So yeah, pay attention. Well, I'm sure by now you've got that on your pull list. At least I hope you do. Batman 126, I was reading the solicitation and they mentioned a character named Failsafe. It sounds like we're getting a new character called Failsafe, and it would make sense. That's what a lot of times writers, it's part of their contract too. When they write contracts with these companies, they have to introduce new characters, so it would not surprise me we're going to get a new character, Failsafe, showing up in a possibly, may only be mentioned in 125, but remember Zdarsky starts with 125. So are we going to get full appearance or cameo on 126? Who knows? Don't know, but pay attention to it. One I'm really looking forward to getting, because this is the closest I'm going to get to first appearance of Batman. Detective Comics 27 Facsimile Edition comes out. I forgot to write the date down. It's definitely August. These are all August solicitations, but I'm going to get a couple of those because, man, that's one I want to stick in a Mylar bag and put on my shelf, because I will never own, well, I shouldn't say never. If I win the lottery, maybe I'll buy a real, like an original copy, but that's about as close as I'm going to get to the real thing. So it looks, man, I love those yellow covers too. That old yellow cover looks so good. I want to talk about I mentioned earlier the Star Wars Celebration was, going on this weekend and everything. And they mentioned the Star Wars High Republic Phase 2, which we all knew was coming. When Star Wars Phase 1 ended, we all knew that in October of this year, Phase 2 would be starting. It will be Cavan Scott writing it, which is good news, because he's a really good writer and been involved in a lot of this. And it's going to be revolving around Jedi Vildar Mac. And as we know, it's approximately 150 years before Phase 1. So that looks pretty interesting. And it sounds like it's going to be on the moon Jeddah, which, if you remember Rogue One, I'll show an image on the screen. He had the fallen Jedi laying in the desert there. And so it's going to kind of be about all the Jedi while they were in power and at their height. Well, I don't know if it's their height. Sounds like it's kind of in decline. There's almost civil war and stuff going on, but it's going to be interesting stories and Rise of a New Evil. And there's an image of the cover number 1 on the screen there, probably just cover A. There will be a bunch of, as always, there will be probably a shit ton of covers, but interesting to find out. I'd like to see who that character in the with the hood up in the background is going to be, because likely that's going to be your villain. And I'm wondering if that's Radakai who becomes Darth Krall. I mean, they all wear hoods. It's not because he's wearing a hood, but it would be interesting because he's one of the Lost 20, and it'd be interesting if he's kind of the villain in that. Would kind of make sense as why they introduced him in the first phase, and then tie him back in. So we'll see what happens with it. And talk about him, I got to talk about this cover in a second, but anyways, we'll get into that. The other book was Star Wars High Republic. It's going to be a 4-part miniseries. The first one comes out in October, the Star Wars High Republic series, and they say ongoing series. So I don't know if that's going to be like the first Phase 1 was only 15 issues. Is this going to be an ongoing run? I don't know. We'll see. But looking forward to that, man. And just make sure that one's on your pull list. Absolutely, you can't order it yet, so don't panic. You got lots of time. Probably be August probably August when you can start pre-ordering that. But make sure you pencil that one on your calendar, get that pre-ordered. The other one they mentioned, they talked about was Star Wars High Republic: The Blade. So that's all about Porter Engle, the Blade of Bardotta, or Bardotta, however you want to pronounce that. And he made his first full appearance. I talked about this quite a while back in the Star Wars High Republic Adventures Annual 2021. And he's on the cover of Cover B. So that is a really good one to get. And it's going to be an interesting, I'm really looking forward to that story. So that's written by Charles Soule, who's now officially part of the Lucasfilm creative team. So that's, just pay attention. That's all I can say is pay attention to this stuff. But that's going to be an interesting. We knew about that, that had been talked about, that series was coming. So yeah, that's definitely on the run. Or coming out. I also want to talk about one more Murphyverse comic that's coming out. That's Batman White Knight presents Red Hood #1. And if you remember, in the current series #1, we got that new Robin. She showed up just on that one panel down there. So you notice that she is on the cover of this Batman White Knight presents Red Hood #1. It's a 2-part miniseries. Comes out July 26th. So likely you're going to get a bit more of her backstory and everything else. So definitely, again, pay attention to that, because it is all Murphyverse stuff, and he's just pumping the stuff out lately. So I really suspect something's coming with that, just the way they're really putting it out there. Another one coming down the road, August 10th. I mentioned this one in my previous video, Star Wars Hyperspace Stories. I put the order info on the screen, so that one you're able to order that now, and I just wanted to confirm the date. It is August 10th that one comes out. Looking forward to that one for sure. Got Power Rangers Unlimited Death Ranger #1. That comes out August 31st. Again, the order info, I put that one on the screen. That's a $7.99 cover price, so just be careful with that one. And if you're not I'm not a huge Power Rangers fan. I'm going to get one copy just because Death Ranger sounds cool. It looks like a cool character. I don't know where it's going, but being a collector, you know I got to have it. So I also wanted to talk about Flashpoint Beyond number 4. This is kind of interesting because DC a few days ago released an image for cover 4, for cover B anyways, showing Gilda Dent as the new Two-Face. And the funny thing is that not for the longest time, the image I'm putting on the screen was what they showed as cover B. But now they're saying that this one with Gilda Dent that you're seeing on the screen now with her in the prison uniform. And if you read the solicitation, it's all about her son trying to break her out of there, out of Arkham and everything. So, yeah, looks like a good one. I'm enjoying this Flashpoint Beyond. I read the first, I hadn't read it yet because I had only had issue 1. I didn't have 0, so I got that last week. So I went and read 0 last night. I'm going to read number 1 today. But yeah, that's one to pay attention to. So I just want to make sure you knew about those as well. I forgot to mention these when I was doing my video. I had to come back down and reshoot that part. So there you go. So I was talking about, I showed you Darth Crawl here just a second ago. I'm going to bring it back in a second, but this is Star Wars High Republic number 1, 4th print. This was a little higher print run. I talked about this one a while back in one of my videos. I can't remember, somebody was talking to me about it, but anyways, I saw this cover, and I don't know if you guys, it's obviously Keith Trennis. I love Keith Trennis. She's a major character, absolutely. But I saw this cover, and I'm looking at it, and there's something on this cover I can't, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I'm going to give you a second. But if you look in the right corner here, all I see is an eye and the nose and then the mouth. And it so reminds me of Darth Crawl. Does that, I don't know. Once you see it, like I say, to me, that's Darth Crawl's eye. And then his mouth down here with all his teeth. I don't know. I just saw that. I'm like, oh man, are they putting little hidden things in there, or am I just going bonkers? But anyways, I love that series. I cannot wait. I was so happy to hear about. I mean, I knew the stuff was coming. Like I say, that Star Wars High Republic Phase 2 series, they just confirmed that it is October, and then that 4-part miniseries about Porter Engle is going to be really good. So. And again, folks, make sure all these Star Wars High Republic books are, I know you know this, but they're all canon. If you find them on, I see a lot of you go to your comic shops and you find, you know, cover A's of whatever issues sitting there for cover price, or even in the back issue bins for half price sometimes. Just pick them up. That's all I can say. You're going to be so happy you did. And if you got this one, hang on to it. If you got cover A, hang on to it, because it's not just Porter Engle. All these characters are going to be, they're building a huge... They're just building an empire, so pay attention to it. They got to shift away from the Skywalker story. Still keep it part of lore, but remember they've milked that for pretty much all it's worth, and they've got to bring in something new because they've kind of shit the bed on a lot of the stuff lately, and they've got to reignite it all. And if they do it right, it's going to be good. So, anyways, there you go, folks. Happy hunting. Talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.